Despite the struggle and fight, I smile. Everything is all right. Thank for life. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Good Tuesday morning, Grenada, Carriacou, PT, Martinique, the Eastern Caribbean, and the rest of the world. Bless up your whole selves. Trust you had a restful and peaceful Monday, and you're ready to get this day off. It was a tough night for some people. I'll tell you a little bit of details on that in a short while. But first, let me bless up the people on the GBN Grenada Broadcasting Network's Facebook page, the Grenada Broadcasting Network's YouTube channel, the website www.gbn.gd, GBN TV channel 7, 11, and 20. Good morning to the listeners of Classic 105.5, 105.9, and all the folks joining us on Party Grenada and Go to Fet Facebook pages. Our viewers and listeners across the Caribbean, a spicy Grenadian 473 morning to each and every one of you. And those of you joining us internationally, good morning, good afternoon, good night. Hope you will have a good day, are having a good day, have had a good day. That covers everybody, yeah, man. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Let's get right into it. It's 20 and a half minutes to 7 o'clock. Let's see what this morning's word of the day is. This morning's word of the day is memorita. Memorita. It's spelled M-E-M-O-R-I-T-E-R. Memorita. It is an adverb which means by heart or by memory. Memorita. It is a direct borrowing from the Latin word in which the word has the same meaning, formed from the adjective memor, which means remembering, with the adverbial prefix the adverbial suffix ter. Memor is a source of English, commemorate, memorize, memorial, and many other words related to recollection. It entered the English language in the 13th century. Word of the day this morning, memorita. It's spelled M-E-M-O-R-I-T-E-R, an adverb which means by heart or by memory. An example of the use of the word, by far the greater part of the songs I could repeat memorita at 10 or 12 years of age. That's the word of the day this morning, memorita, M-E-M-O-R-I-T-E-R, an adverb which means by heart or by memory. As we go about this terrific Tuesday, let's see what the thought of today is. And this thought of the day came from Motivational Monday yesterday. Some of the thoughts that people shared that I didn't get time to share. There was one that stuck out to me, so I said, you know what, let me share it for this morning's thought of the day. The thought for today: if you make it a habit to make your today better than your yesterday, then for sure your tomorrow will be better than your today. If you make it a habit to make your today better than yesterday, then your tomorrow will be better than your today. That is always being positive, especially when you get ready to start a new day. Start with a positive mindset, start upbeat, forget about the negative things, forget about the things that will make you angry or anxious or sad or upset. Just try your very best to think positively and make up your mind to have a good day today, better than it was yesterday. Once you make up your mind to have a better today than yesterday, then your tomorrows would be better than your today. So let me repeat the thought. If you make it a habit to make your today better than your yesterday, then your tomorrow will be better than your today. So go out there with a positive mindset as you start the August 31st, the final day of August 2021. Just think positively, and tomorrow is the first day of the best month of the year. Positive thoughts. All you can beat me. Listen, every year as September rolls around, once I'm in this chair, you're going to hear it. September is the best month of the year. Just brace yourself for it. Prepare yourself, because it ain't going to change. September is the best month of the year. Amen. Let's go. Let's see what's celebrated today. Today it is World Distance Learning Day, and it fits as we prepare for the start of a new school year that would be a little bit different to what we're accustomed to. World Distance Learning Day on August 31st is a day to embrace the learning that takes place outside of the physical classroom. Whether it is a remote learning program that is delivered entirely at a distance or a hybrid blend of in-classroom and at-home learning, the added flexibility and often more cost-effective option of distance learning is benefiting more students around the world than ever before. We are preparing for the start of the new school year on Monday, God willing, but it will be virtual. virtual, at least for the first 2 weeks, as Grenada deals with its current COVID-19 outbreak. So it fits, I guess, that today is Distance Learning Day. Good morning to all our students across the Tri-Island. Those of you around the rest of the world, bless up your whole selves. And it's going to be a tough start to the year, but you got to do what you got to do to stay safe. Good morning, children. All right, information time. Last night actually, as of 7 p.m., the Ministry of Education revealed that Grenada has recorded the largest figure since the COVID-19 pandemic started. The largest figure, or the largest number of positive COVID-19 cases identified at the same time, was announced yesterday, with 104 new positive cases. Yep. 104 into triple figures of positive cases. This now brings Grenada's active COVID cases to 267, 461 since March 2020. Continue to stay safe. There's still contact tracing taking place. Tests are still being conducted. People are still in isolation, so it's not over yet. Yesterday, Minister of Health Nicholas Steele advised that it will get worse before it gets better. So hopefully this would be the worst. Yesterday as well, it was announced that Grenada recorded its second COVID-19 related death. A woman in her 60s from St. John. That's all I'm going to say for now. Yes, I know who she is, but protocols need to be followed. So the second COVID-19 related death was recorded yesterday. She is the wife of a pastor in St. John. So we send condolences to the family as they deal with this death. Again, this is the second COVID-19 related death recorded in Grenada as we deal with the current outbreak of COVID-19. If we're not taking it serious before, then hopefully this can be a wake-up call for the rest of us who were giggling and not taking it seriously. So please be mindful. Masks, wash your hands, hand sanitizer, social distancing as best as you can. So please continue to be safe, be cautious. COVID-19 situation continues to unfold. Businesses are closing their doors because of possible COVID-19 exposure. If you feel like you've been exposed to the virus, please reach out to the hotline. Call the hotline 458-8747. I will double check, but please contact the hotline if you feel you've been exposed as Grenada deals with this outbreak. All right, it is now 14 minutes on to 7 o'clock. Let's get ready for the morning edition of news for those of you on radio and those of you on our visual platforms. Highlights of last evening's newscast. It's Good Morning Grenada on this terrific Tuesday. We'll be right back.
There was no police chase of a youngster in the city on Friday night. That's the word from Police Commissioner Edwin Martin. He has made a vehement denial of reports which suggest that a biker was being chased by law enforcement officials just before a crash on H.A. Blaze Street. Tonight's opening report was compiled by Chrislina John.
It was a woeful weekend for a Springs family and friends of a youngster who has become known for his love for bikes. They received the sad news on Friday night that Ali Alexander had departed this life. Ali is believed to have died instantly after his bike crashed into a building along Hubert Blaze Street, St. George. A person who was in the vicinity at the time was heard to say that the youngster had overtaken a vehicle on Scott Street and proceeded onto H.A. Blaze Street through Fair, where he later collided and crashed. Commissioner of Police Edwin Martin told a press briefing today that investigations have commenced into the circumstances surrounding his death.
This accident occurred on Hubert Blaze Street, and at the point in time, according to the information so far with the investigation, the accident occurred while in the process of passing another vehicle on his motorcycle, and that other vehicle being a service vehicle belonging to the RGPF. Currently, the investigations in this matter is ongoing. To date, all of the on-scene investigations have been completed. The motorcycle and vehicle involved have been examined, and we now await post-mortem results as we advance the investigation in this tragic, sad, and unfortunate accident.
Some accounts claim that Alexander was involved in a chase with the police. However, the notion was quickly shut down by Commissioner Martin.
And all of the evidence and briefing, and I've had repeated briefing on this, there is no truth to any suspicion of racing, speeding, or racing down the person as a pursuit from a law enforcement point of view whatsoever in this matter. We will continue with this investigation. The fact that it still is a very open investigation, it will be premature to get into some of the elements of the factor. But from the preliminary information I have, there seem to be some judgmental issues that might be involved in this case, and I actually wait to the outcome of the investigation before we can speak definitively.
His death has left a void in the hearts of many, including members of the biking fraternity, his immediate family, and his close friends.
It's more like a brother figure to me, right? Anytime we had our free time, we used to go out and chill and stuff, you know. Just have fun for the day. Most times I used to come down here and check him and thing, you know. We just talk, reason out life and thing. He always used to show me little scenes and stuff, you know, like how to carry on with myself and thing, you know. He was like a motivated person, you know. He just always know the right time to make a joke and, you know, like things to just make you focus on your mindset, things where you want. Forever. He was my brother, so he'll forever live in my mind.
He was my cousin. Well, not was, he is my cousin. And Ali was a respectable young man, you know. Don't get himself involved in no family problem, no nothing, no smoking. He drink a little beer, you know, and he spent most of his time with his kids and his mom and his girlfriend.
Alexander was a student of the Westerhall Secondary School. The institution issued a message on its Facebook page expressing deep condolences. The school's body said that Ali will be greatly missed. The message added that he was known for his warm personality, his loyalty as a friend who never passed you on the street without an acknowledgement. Chrislina John, GBN News.
Very sad. Now, moving on, look for the numbers on the chart to head north before it comes back down. It's the stark reality the country faces as it joins other Caribbean islands, which earlier this year saw a spike in COVID-19 cases. GBN's Rena Pear-Thomas sought an update on the situation from Health Minister Nicholas Steele. He spoke with her via telephone before heading into the weekly cabinet meeting.
It's going to get worse before it gets better. Those were the words of Minister for Health Nicholas Steele during a phone interview with GBN on Monday morning. He was referring to the present spike of COVID-19, which officials suspect to be the Delta variant in Grenada. An additional 40 confirmed cases were recorded over the weekend, moving the numbers of active cases to 164. With the inability to link many of the cases to any identified cluster or traveler, the Ministry of Health has confirmed the community spread. Minister still says more cases are likely.
We do expect the numbers to grow. People need to maintain the various protocols that we've been talking about from day one. So once we are able to wear our masks when we're in public, social distancing, hand sanitizing, and not having large crowds, just in case one person there does not follow the protocol, so it does not affect us all, then we can get past this. But it's going to get worse before it gets better.
Infected persons range from age 4 to 21, with more females than male. A vast majority of the positive cases are unvaccinated individuals who are exhibiting mild symptoms. According to a statement issued by the Ministry of Health, the common symptoms being reported by Grenadians are muscles and body aches, runny nose, sore throat, and congestion. Some are also reporting upset stomach, nausea, and diarrhea, and usually develop symptoms within 2 to 14 days of exposure. Minister still is encouraging the public to get vaccinated. He says public announcements and notification by the ministry are disseminated daily through social media and other media platforms.
Testing, widespread testing, and vaccinations. This does not end until we all get vaccinated.
So far, over 1,000 individuals have taken the Pfizer vaccine since its rollout last Monday. Grenada's latest COVID-19 dashboard revealed that 18,704 persons are fully vaccinated, while 24,688 took their first shot. For GBN News, I am Rena Pear Thomas reporting.
And it's so important to wear a face mask. Moving on, law enforcement is not immune to the COVID challenge. The latest count reveals that close to 20 police officers have tested positive. Commissioner of Police Edwin Martin says at least at the last count, they were up to 18.
Let me first say, certainly we are in unprecedented times, and for the first time since the commencement of the COVID-19 pandemic, the RGPF has been significantly impacted by a number of cases within its ranks. And significant here is a very relative term, and because at the moment the RGPF is impacted, or we have 18 persons confirmed positive COVID-19 cases within the RGPF.
Commissioner Martin says several departments have been impacted.
We have also conducted testing with individuals from the 2 cases that we have out of the Eastern Division. And the tests we conducted, I think about 5 tests in those regards. 1 came back positive. We have done tests as well with some of the persons out of the cases we had in CRD, and there were 2 cases in CRD. 1 came back positive. We do not have any cases in Carriacou with police officers, and the majority of our cases currently is at the Central Division, which I think is 7 at the moment.
Vaccination for the rank and file of the force has been high on the agenda, as it is seen as a means of creating herd immunity among the officers.
I personally, in the past week, before we really get to this level, been around to all of the divisions, along with members of my executive, meeting persons at the divisions in accommodation that is well dispersed, to hold them to speak on a number of issues. And of course, encouragement for vaccination has been one of those. Commanders at the respective stations and departments have also been making that appeal to our officers. We also have the constant availability of the COVID-19 committee and the medical fraternity, including the CMO, with respect to support for officers where they may need to be enlightened, or if they have matters of any medical matter to answer with respect to a decision for whether they should take the vaccine or not.
While the lawmen seek to get a grip of the situation, several businesses have also been forced to press pause. Healthcare and commercial services are among those most severely impacted.
The doors of ACB Caribbean, both Grandance and True Blue branches, remains closed to the general public until further notice. The reason? Due to possible exposure to COVID-19. Now, this is not the only closure that has been announced over the weekend. GBN has been out and about on Monday to bring you the latest update on other businesses that has closed their doors and how this would affect people doing business. A sign on the door that reads, closed due to unforeseen circumstances. The doors of another business that has been closed, the Hills and Valley Pharmacy in downtown St. George. The business will remain closed according to a statement issued on Saturday for another day or two due to the business possibly being exposed to COVID-19. In the case of ACB Grenada, the financial institution said that all affected employees are being tested and the locations are being sanitized. The bank said in a statement on Monday that it will advise on the reopening date based on results. To fill the void, ACB said that ATM and online services remain available so that customers could process some of their transactions. Some other workplaces have not publicized their status, although they remain closed today. Others have couched their notices in creative ways, including that all operations are being done remotely. Last week, government announced that some of its departments were faced with possible exposure and were closed as a consequence. On Monday, the government announced a series of virtual consultations with key stakeholders. Among other things, stakeholders will discuss measures to tackle the current spike in COVID-19 cases with a view of protecting lives and safeguarding livelihoods. The first in the series will be held on Thursday, September 2nd at 2 p.m. with business leaders. The other consultations will bring together members of the religious community and trade union representatives. Government has encouraged as many stakeholders as possible to participate in the discussions to help the country navigate the challenges presented by the pandemic. From outside ACB Caribbean in Grandance, I am Christelina John for GBN News.
Could the nation be bracing for another lockdown? That's the fear of many as the number of COVID-19 cases keeps rising. Christelina John has been listening to varying perspectives on this subject and sent us this report.
Grenada's active COVID-19 register has now crossed the 160 mark. The continuous uptick in cases have triggered fears about a possible lockdown as obtained at the height of the pandemic last year. Some believe that's the only way the health authorities will get a handle on the situation.
A lockdown will be good to save us from a disaster with the COVID, because when we lock down, definitely it should curtail the spread of the disease.
Do what they do, they're gone, and we have to find a solution to the problem. Nobody wants a lockdown. I have a business and it wouldn't do me good, because the last time when I was home, I mean, bills still have to pay, still have to function, things that happen normally, but what could we do? You know, it's not really in our hands. So the people who are in charge of dealing with the medical situation had to make the best decision they can make.
While some agree, others are worried about how a lockdown will impact businesses and self-employed persons.
Not because, they're killing business and they're not helping anybody anyway if they try to close down the country. I think if they do it, this country is going to head to a very dangerous situation in the future.
Men in the restaurants now, if normally a guy would buy food and he would sit down and have a couple of drinks. Now he had to grab your food and go. So the people in the restaurant business are not really doing that well. I think people after this have to be more careful and more cautious on how they deal with the situation.
Because what is happening now is not who is coming in. It is within the community. So I don't think lockdown don't make no sense. It's just we that is hard-headed and, should really... There's nothing wrong with putting, even if you don't want to take the injection. Wear your mask, wash your hands. I think wear your mask is the most important thing when you're out of doors.
The place done hard already. Don't let it go on a lockdown. The police just have to keep moving on the street and charge the people for not wearing the mask.
Commentary has also focused on the quarantine period for persons entering the country.
The problem is the people who come from abroad. The government, let's say, they don't give them enough time to quarantine. Let me tell you what, because some people, when you let them go at their home and they say they are placed to quarantine, what they are doing is they're coming out, they're mingling people going and meet them in the night. I see that. You understand? And that is a lot of problem. So the government must get a place the special place where they could monitor them and hold them there until the 7 days.
4 persons are now on the record as being hospitalized with COVID-19. Overall, just over 350 people were diagnosed as having contracted the virus. Of that number, 120 were imported. Results are still pending for samples collected over the weekend. Could this be enough to spur another lockdown? We'll have to wait and see. Christelina John, GBN News.
The Ministry of Health stands by its protocols governing the treatment and release of a COVID-19 patient after one individual laid accusations against doctors in the General Hospital. More in this Rena Pear-Thomas report.
Responding to claims made in a series of videos circulating on social media and during an interview on the program Ride Along Live, the Ministry of Health through a press release confirms that there are strict protocols which need to be followed when a COVID-19 case is confirmed or present in the hospital environment. In a circulating video, Telescope resident Mike Noel claims he was wrongly diagnosed and treated by doctors within the General Hospital and has suffered mental trauma as a result.
Sugar level go up, insulin in my shoulder. All the time them people wrongly accuse me and treating me like a lab rat. The only reason why I'm here to tell the story is because when I was about to kill myself, a lady from Grenada will come and beat and ask me what I want, and I demand the tests and the things that them people never did on me, that they say they did, and use me as the COVID rat. I have all the results. I have oh God, people are suffering.
They take me, put me and do me all this injustice. And then what happened is that they try to make me feel that I am out of myself. I don't know what I'm saying. And then after that, all I asked for was an apology to come to me.
The Ministry of Health stated that in keeping with health protocols, persons testing positive for COVID-19 are isolated and treated for their symptoms. When the patient is sufficiently stable, the protocol provides for their discharge from the hospital with advice to continue treatment at home and to self-isolate for a further 7 days. Minister Steele responded to the allegations.
We are aware, we have seen social media posts of an individual who was hospitalized. He is COVID positive and then will be taking further action as well, which are powers that the Chief Medical Officer does have for someone who is non-compliant, has been given the instructions to isolate and is defying those instructions. The Chief Medical Officer does have additional powers.
Health officials continue to monitor discharged COVID-19 patients and will provide medical clearance at the appropriate time. COVID-19 patients are therefore advised to ensure adherence to all prescribed guidelines to help prevent further spread of the virus. For GBN News, I am Rena Pear-Thomas reporting.
Commissioner of Police Edwin Martin has reinforced the principle of human dignity in policing. His comments follow a video in circulation of a man in police custody carrying steel along the Grand Anse Main Road while handcuffed and being escorted by a police officer. It is alleged that he stole the steel and was ordered to return it to its original location. Commissioner Martin says regardless of what a person has done, their dignity as a human being ought to be maintained during an arrest.
The RGPF policing philosophy deals with human dignity in policing. And at the base of human dignity in policing is the fact that every single person, including the accused, must be treated with dignity. And I have seen this video and I do not understand. I understand clearly, let me say it this way, what the video shows and what it seeks to suggest. And I'm concerned about it because, as I've indicated earlier, human dignity in policing is our philosophy. And even if a person commits a crime, they have rights, they have a respected due process, and so they should be treated in a particular context.
The commissioner promised a thorough investigation into the incident before any action is taken, if warranted.
So I have asked our ACP operations to ensure that this matter is investigated, and at the end of this investigation, we will take the appropriate action if there is any breach of our violations.
How did you get your electricity bill to be so low? For one, we size our transformers just for what we need, and we unplug transformers, chargers, and other devices when they're not in use. We also replaced our light bulbs with LED. I even replaced the seal on my refrigerator door to keep the cold air in.
How do you know if it is working?
We pay attention to the usage history table. Over time, our average usage has decreased.
Renelec, energizing our Grenada.
Free loans for your every need. Courts have you covered, best believe. Courts ready, cash is for everyone. Not to worry, fast approval. Hurry up and come. We got it all, we on the go. Courts ready, cash, you already know. We got it all, we on the go. Courts ready, cash, always ready. When you're ready, let's go.
Courts ready, cash, ready when you are.
Are you looking for quality herbs and herbal supplements, or are you thinking about having a complete body cleanse to jumpstart your health? Then no need to look further. Visit Nirvana Natural Health Clinic, Detox Center, and Natural Health Store. We carry a wide range of herbal products for kidney and gallstone cleansing, male sexual enhancement formulas, asthma and sinusitis, gas and bloating, acid reflux, constipation, arthritis, imbalanced hormones, female health issues, liver cleansing, weight loss, and so much more. Also available, colonic irrigation, holistic health consultations, essential oils, and diffusers. Look out for our online natural health store coming soon. Call 231-6642 for 18-7115 or 449-7753 to find out about our delivery options or to book an appointment. Visit us at Belmont St. George's, close to the Fallage, Monday to Saturday, 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. Nirvana Natural Health Clinic. Detox your way to health.
With a Digicel Prime Bundle, get double the dedicated Sports Max data to enjoy the greatest sports event happening now. Live in the Sports Max app. Get a 30-day Digicel Prime Bundle today in the My Digicel app. Digicel, better together.
State-of-the-art Ultratech gasoline and diesel, available only at Rubis stations.
Imagine having the home of your dreams. Imagine investing in that piece of property you can call your own. Imagine finally doing that home improvement project you've always been thinking about. It's time to stop imagining and start doing. Let the GUT Credit Union help you take the first step with fantastic rates, affordable repayments, and reduced legal fees. Make the move. Get better terms on your mortgage. Use your home equity to make those dreams a reality. Act now. There's really no place like home. GUT Credit Union. It's where you belong.
Let's get tough on breed your larceny. It will destroy our economy. Larceny threatens our food security. Can hurt us locally, hurt us globally. To all the buyers, ask for license from all produce sellers. To all the people, 300 for police for them thieving fellas. To all the farmers, selling to traffickers, motels, and street vendors. Nah, man. Let's do all we can to stop radio larceny. New vigilance, new laws, and a tough judiciary. Stop Grenada's organized business crime. It's time.
To report pre-deal larceny, call 300.
Introducing Color by Seasons. 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 Color by Seasons.
Are you looking for quality herbs and herbal supplements, or are you thinking about having a complete body cleanse to jumpstart your health? Then no need to look further. Visit Nirvana Natural Health Clinic, Detox Center, and Natural Health Store. We carry a wide range of herbal products for kidney and gallstone cleansing, male sexual enhancement formulas, asthma and sinusitis, gas and bloating, acid reflux, constipation, arthritis, imbalanced hormones, female health issues, liver cleansing, weight loss, and so much more. Also available, colonic irrigation, holistic health consultations, essential oils, and diffusers. Look out for our online natural health store coming soon. Call 231-6642 418-7115 or 449-7753 to find out about our delivery options or to book an appointment. Visit us at Belmont St. George's, close to the Fallage, Monday to Saturday, 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. Nirvana Natural Health Clinic. Detox your way to health.
A whole new level of convenience and comfort awaits you when you shop at Rise and Shine Supermarket and Hardware Supplies, Griffin Lane, Grenville. Convenient, because we are open Sunday to Sunday. We're even at your service on public holidays. Comfort, because we are easily accessible to the physically challenged. Free Wi-Fi is available while you shop, and bags come at no charge. Everyday low prices and excellent customer care. Adequate parking available. We supply everything you can possibly think of. Family and home supplies, fresh meat, vegetables, and personal care products. All brands of cooking gas at affordable prices. You can send in your order, have it pulled, or pick up express.
This is a message from the Ministry of Health. If you or a family member suspect that you may have contracted COVID-19 and are displaying symptoms, please immediately self-isolate at home. This means that you must also avoid all contact with other members of your household. Do not visit hospitals or health centers, as this creates the potential for further spread of the virus, and it puts additional persons at risk when you come into contact with them. Your best course of action is to call the COVID-19 hotline at 458-4787 or 538-4787, or contact your nearest health center or medical station. Once your information has been received, health officials will come to you. Help prevent the spread of COVID-19. This has been a message from the Ministry of Health.
Once upon a time, we shopped at Wonderland, then Neverland. But we're all grown up now and no longer believe in fairy tales. So now we just shop at Shoes R Us. At Shoes R Us, we stock the latest in shoes, tops, and jeans for the fashion-conscious lady. We also carry colognes and much, much more. And for the modern trendy male, we have the latest brand-name shoes and sneakers, Converse, Reebok, Nike, K-Swiss, Puma, and much more. So check us out at our two convenient locations, Melville Street in St. George and Ben Jones Street in Granville. At Shoes R Us, we say, come shop with us.
Because your vehicle is a necessity, being roadworthy is critical. Hubbard's Motor Department introduces its new tire and battery sales and service outlet located at Building Supplies Compound in Grand Anse, close to the Sugar Mill Roundabout. Available are a wide range of competitively priced tires, maintenance-free batteries, oils and lubricants. Keeping in mind your busy schedule, this outlet is equipped to provide you with fast and reliable service. Simply drive in and you'll be delighted with your service experience. For more information, contact 440-2087. Hubbard's, quality service, affordable prices.
You know, one day I woke up and, you know, they painted a set of pedestrian crossing all along the streets. You know, nobody told us how to use that thing properly.
I know how.
You're serious?
Every safe, good driver knows about these things. As a driver, you have to be very attentive. You know you're coming up close to a pedestrian cross, you start slowing down immediately, looking to see if there's any pedestrian on the side getting ready to cross. If there is, you stop on the line that is a certain distance before the crosswalk. Then you would see the pedestrian put their hands out, looking directly at you, indicating that they are going to cross. And only when you have come to a complete stop, that is when they will quickly and safely cross to the other side. And then you continue happily on your journey. Stop, look, hand out, eye contact, wait for pedestrian to cross. Then you happily continue on your journey.
This message is brought to you by this group of insurance companies, the Traffic Advisory Body, and the Traffic Department.
Welcome back to Good Morning Grenada. Always a pleasure to have you. It is now 20 minutes after the hour of 7 o'clock. We are going to talk this morning. It's time for us to have a discussion. So let's talk this morning. This morning, here's what we're talking and here's what we're saying. Is it time for a lockdown? That's the question this morning. So we're having a Talk the Tingz Tuesday this morning. We're bringing it up because the thing, all in normal word, the thing getting coconius. So the question is this morning, Talk the Tingz Thursday, do you think it's time for us to go back into a national lockdown to rein in COVID-19? The landline number 435-2041, the WhatsApp number also 435-2041. Please, only written messages on WhatsApp, and you can Talk the Tingz on the Facebook page and YouTube channel. Let's Talk the Tingz. Do you think it's time for us to go back into national lockdown? Good morning, caller.
Good morning.
Good morning.
How are you?
I'm good. How you do?
Good. I don't think it's time for a lockdown. Everybody should take their vaccine. Go and take the vaccine.
Okay. Okay. Thank you. All right. Talk the Tingz. Do you think it's time for us to go back into national lockdown? Landline 435-2041. WhatsApp also 435-2041. Good morning, caller.
Good morning, Auntie Blossom.
Morning, Miss Jacob. How you do?
Well, Miss Auntie Blossom, I didn't know. So long my mommy did to his old now I want to know.
She's good.
Go back to a national lockdown, Auntie Blossom. That is not it. We head too hard. We head is not children, it's big people you're talking about. Why we have to go back? They don't hear it, Auntie Blossom. Look, 2-step in Trinidad, he hit children already, you know. 10 children in Trinidad have the age of 9 and 3 days. Eh? Why? We have to turn to God. We have to turn to God. Okay? If we don't turn to God, we wouldn't get no way. Everything is a way, at this and at that. Or who tell them to go and play job? Eh? And they go and play job. And it's not they alone that getting it. Eh? Why? They had them in quarantine. Who come in for quarantine? Stay in quarantine until you tell them. The government must give them 21 days. 7 days, 14 days, no. Give them 21 days, my Prime Minister. Give them the 21 days and they say don't day.
Okay.
And but Auntie Blossom, you take good care of yourself.
Thank you. You too, Miss Jacob.
Take good care of my mommy.
I will.
And my daughter and your daughter.
All right,
okay,
will do.
Sweetheart?
Have a good one.
Love you, baby. Bye-bye. Tanti morning. Okay, sweetheart.
All right, Miss Jacob. We talking the things this morning. Do you think it's time for us to go back into a national lockdown? Somebody on Facebook says no lockdown again. Somebody else says no lockdown, it ain't that serious. Another Facebooker says, but people are not hearing. Good morning, caller.
Blossom, good morning.
Morning, how you do?
And how are you, my dear?
I'm good, how you do?
Well, are they watching you, man? Are they watching you there, man?
Thank you.
You look fine in a nice top.
Thank you very much.
What I find, my view is that we have to listen, and who can hear will have to feel in the most dread way. Because you have some of us, US, some of us, we harden our head too much. We don't obey the protocol, and we out and blaming person like you all in GVN. They blame you all for the carelessness. They still blame you all and say you all advertise this and advertise that. Even though you all advertise this and advertise that, it's them have to obey. Did not obey the protocol. I don't know why. Grenadians obey the protocol. The COVID is very serious. People dying. When people start to die here, like fall, they go understand what we speaking about. Obey the protocol. And I can't imagine how somebody could be blaming people for telling them the right thing. Like Mr. Steele, they have him as the worst person because he talk about the protocol and the way he must. Well, frankly speaking, sometimes the guy feeling hard too, and he feeling hard and he take out the mask because wearing a mask is not easy, you know. When you have to drive, especially again, wearing mask.
Right. So you think we should go back into lockdown?
No,
Okay.
no, sir.
All
and
right.
He has some hypocrite. They bothering about the NC nothing about monetary thing in the law. And what they say now? I feel we should go back in quarantine. When I talk to you, know what I mean?
Okay.
I feel we should go back in quarantine because the country going in a bad state now. Hypocrite people, man.
Okay.
You find some Blossom?
I ain't taking part.
Hypocrite?
I ain't taking part. Have a good day. Thank you, caller.
Have a good morning. Yeah?
All right.
Bye-bye.
All right. Do you think we should go back into lockdown? The question this morning. Talk the things. Let me see what is on WhatsApp. Somebody on WhatsApp says, yes, I find they should have a national lockdown because the virus is so bad now and still the ministry having teachers in school doing what? I don't know. Oh, preparing for the new school. Yeah, good morning, caller.
Good morning.
Morning, how are you?
Not too bad.
Okay, go ahead.
I find they should have a lockdown because if we have a lockdown, it will be better, more curve, and the easing of the COVID will go back down. And on the other thing, that people roam in the place all in the night when they say curfew. If the police are doing the work, they will have get people all after the hour and charge them and make some money to bring in more revenue. All right then.
Thank you very much.
Have a blessed day.
You too. Bye. Some of them are in isolation. Some of the officers are in isolation, so maybe that's why. Let's see on WhatsApp. Somebody on WhatsApp says, no lockdown yet. I need to come down for TAMCC first. Somebody asking for the COVID number, the hotline. Let me look for it and I'll have to confirm if it's 8747 or 4787. I'll send it for you shortly, WhatsApper. Somebody else on WhatsApp says, yes, we definitely need a lockdown to give the contact tracers, to get the contact tracers to be more effective and to ensure those who are told to stay inside do just that, because it will continue to spread once movements are taking place. Just 2 weeks. Good morning, caller.
Good morning, Tanti Blossom.
Morning, how you do?
Tanti Blossom, are good, you know, and you?
A day, man.
Tanti Blossom.
Hey.
No lockdown yet. Let we get a van force and let we play with jab. Somebody say God is a jab. Let me Galavan first Auntie Blossom. Let us a few of us dead first. You see? Because like somebody say, who can hear go feel. Mama used to always tell me that. She used to always warn me. She point her finger in the face and say, who can hear go feel. Oh gosh, let us Galavan still now. Let me jab way still. Thank you, darling.
Thank you very much, caller. I see what you did there. All right, so the WhatsApp are asking for the COVID hotline number. The numbers are 538-4787 and 458-4787. So 538-4787 and 458-4787. Again, if you suspect that you've been exposed to COVID-19, do not go to the health center. Call the hotline and somebody will come to you and carry out the test if needs be. That way we would limit the possibility of spreading the virus. So if you suspect you've been exposed, call the hotline numbers and someone will get to you. Talk the Tingz. Do you think we should head into another national lockdown as Grenada deals with its current COVID-19 outbreak? Let me remind you of the figures. Just yesterday, as of 7 p.m. last night, Grenada recorded 104 new positive cases. This is the largest number of cases we've announced at one time. Current active cases 267. Total confirmed cases overall 461. As of last night, Grenada has recorded 2 COVID-19 related deaths. Talk the Tingz Tuesday. Do you think we should head into another national lockdown? Good morning, caller.
Good morning, my blast.
Morning, Tanti. How you do?
They hanging in. How are you doing?
Not too bad.
Good to hear you. Take care now.
You too.
And your family. Remember them.
I will do that.
Okay.
Well, do you think we should head into lockdown?
Well, we should have a little lockdown because if people are not hearing, they don't have no understanding and they don't listen to what these people say to do. What we have to do is keep on praying to God. He's the only cure to help save us all. The remainder in the world from COVID-19 is God alone is there. Seek the Lord, God, people. Knock on the door shall be open to you. Seek the Lord. He's the way, the truth, and the life. And life is His life. His love is better than life. We have to seek God. We have to take care of ourselves by talking to God. He's going to help us. He's the only cure. The one to help us, save us all is God. And I pray to God, Lord Jesus, for the police officers. I pray to God that they get over this virus because they are the one that will help save us all. And if they are under lockdown with this virus, what's going to happen to us when something happens? They cannot move about because they have the virus in them. They have to be protected from the virus. God save the officers in them. They are there to save, to help save life and to protect lives in the world. We love them and they love us and they're taking care of us. And all the people have to remember there is a God. Live for Him. Pray every day. And ask God to save the remainder of His children in the world from COVID-19. But He's the only way, the truth, and the life. And He saved everyone. The good, the bad, the happy, the sad. We all are God's children. Let us learn to live as children of God. Love one another. Pray for one another. And help one another. Those who are going the wrong way, tell them they're going the wrong way. Let them know right from wrong. If they don't know right from wrong, you know right from wrong, tell them, no, don't do this. Wear your mask. Be comfortable when you're going to town. Don't interfere with people that don't interfere with you.
Okay.
Just do the things that you have to do. God bless you.
Thank you, Tanti. Have a good one. Do you think we should head into another national lockdown to rein in Grenada's current COVID outbreak? Okay, so let me give you all some options. All right, so as Grenada deals with its current COVID outbreak, do you think we should head into a 2-week lockdown, 1-week lockdown, leave things as is, extend the curfew, move it from 9 to maybe 6 p.m. or something of the, just a suggestion, eh? Hold on, wait. Just giving all the options of things we can consider as we try to rein in COVID-19. So, 2-week lockdown, leave things as is, extend curfew hours from 9 to an earlier time, let's say 7, 8 p.m. Those are the options. Talk the Tingz Thursday. Let me see. Somebody on Facebook says a lockdown is not necessary as yet. The government of Grenada and the Ministry of Health should really consider lengthening the quarantine period for those coming into Grenada. Yes, it will cause some inconvenience, but it will protect lives. I'm fully convinced that the majority of cases are coming from abroad after releasing new arrivals within 2 days when the virus takes a few days to develop in one's body. So arrivals walking around spreading the virus unaware. Good morning, caller.
Morning, Blossom.
Morning.
To your viewers and your listeners. I feel very saddened because what is unfolding, we could have prevented, but I was not well on that. Because if you remember, I'm one of the people been calling for regulating or arresting the situation with the public transport for months and months. Nobody was listening. Also, some of the things that have been emphasized now, the wearing of masks and social distancing and so on, should have been emphasized even more. The way we understand life or do life is so primitive, it's unbelievable. Because what we should do first is what we're doing last. What are we doing there now is good. But people don't, the thing about it is that if we don't work at changing behavior, we could tell people everything. Look what people know, people know the Bible and so on, they quote it and so on. But do they do anything related to it? The answer is no. So it means that if you don't get people to internalize what you're telling them, then they'll continue behaving. So even if we have lockdown now and we don't seek to change behavior, which is a very difficult thing to work at, we could open back up and same thing happen. And this is what happened because even when we had the lockdown, on the ground, people were doing things that they shouldn't be done. They were drinking, they were mingling and so on. Luckily, it didn't happen. I mean, it didn't break out at the time. The other thing about it, I think even as we emphasize people to go and take the vaccine, we are telling people go and take something that don't work, that wouldn't work because you take it, giving people something that is for something that already gone. The new strain that is there, the Delta. Anyway, let me leave that alone there. But the whole thing about it, we need to, and I remember before the thing came, I said, we need to have everybody on board. Up to now, people have varying ideas. They think people don't believe all kind of story, conspiracy, and that. Well, we should try to help people that this thing is real. If people are dying, we need to help each other, protect each other. And some of the ways, wearing masks, even the mask, how we wear the mask is important. The distancing, in fact, Dr. Bol says right now because of the strength of the new virus, new variant, you can even contract the thing from 6 feet apart.
Okay.
This thing is so powerful, so we need to emphasize people that they need to be excessive, not out of fear. Most people walking around with fear. If we take responsibility for how we do life, it'll be better than the frightening that people will be frightening you. Oh, take the vaccine, whatever.
Okay.
We need to help people to understand that there's something we can do. And finally, Bottom, the impending food shortage that is coming on into the world. We have to get our people in the mood to understand that we need not just store things, but to be able to, the possibility that if the worst comes, that we have things to feed ourselves. We're not doing that.
All right.
Just hoping that outside people will feed us.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, caller. All right, let me read some comments. Let me go on. Before I do that, somebody said the number that I gave for the hotline is incorrect, but I am currently reading a notice from the Ministry of Health. The number on the notice says the hotline numbers are 538-4787 and 458-4787. So if I'm wrong after the Ministry of Health. So I am not sure what to tell the person that says that the number is incorrect. I'll see if I see another notice with the number. To cross-check if there is an error. But that's the number that I'm seeing on a Ministry of Health notice issued 2 days ago. All right. Right, let me go to WhatsApp. Somebody on WhatsApp says, it takes a lot to shut down a country. No lockdown. Why are we even talking about that? No. Because the thing getting coconius. Somebody else on WhatsApp says, I am for the lockdown and also closing of the borders. Still on WhatsApp, Somebody says, Blossom, the virus is in already. No lockdown. We need to follow protocol. Landline, no landline. So let me go by Facebook. Somebody on Facebook says, no lockdown. So much people suffering from the last one. We need to listen and learn to live with COVID-19. It's here to stay. Lockdown to do what? Cripple the economy more? No more. Good morning, caller.
Good morning, Blossom.
Morning, Mr. Bido. How you do?
Well, taking it easy and just listening. So I ain't get the essence indicate yet. But anyway, I'll talk no lockdown because you have to remember when you lock down the place, you know. So you have a lot of, it's we poor people with are wrong. If they lock down the place, how will you go out and get money to buy food? Right? We know as you get the money in the shop and it don't, they could lock it down if they want, but make sure they bring money and food in everybody's house. And then there is no problem because locking down the country making more trouble than the virus. Because remember, food is life, right? And you have to leave your house to go out and get food to eat. So they could lock down if they want. Because the fourth lockdown, I know 2 people bring food for me in my house. I won't call them. But anyway, it doesn't matter. I'll finish on Friday, please God. So back to you on the air.
Thank you very much, Mr. Bido. Have yourself a good day. Somebody on Facebook says, yes, we need a lockdown to control what is inside. Let me go back by WhatsApp. A few WhatsApp comments. Well, somebody on WhatsApp says, hold on. Somebody on WhatsApp says, I think we should before it gets out of hand. Some businesses are closing their doors. The government should take notice. Grenada can't handle this until we settle down. That's the only way we can take control of things. Another WhatsApper says, man creates their problems but does not know how to solve them. If this situation does not show us how much we need God, then what will? Good morning, caller.
Blossom, good morning.
Good morning.
Just calling. I am not in support of a lockdown. This would be too devastating. Right now, people have to understand what is happening and use principles, use the direction that is given to save us. They cannot be radical right now. So do not lock down. You're going to put the whole country in trouble and you're going to see more problems from people you never ever expect. Thank you.
Thank you very much, caller. Facebook, somebody on Facebook says, no more lockdown. We play jab jab again. I think that's what the person's saying. Good morning, caller.
Morning, Blossom. How are you?
I'm good. How you do?
Pretty quiet.
All right, go ahead.
Blossom, no lockdown. Vaccine mandatory.
All right, simple and straight to the point. Thank you very much, caller. Back to the phone lines. Good morning, caller.
Yes.
Good morning.
Good morning, Blossom.
How are you?
Well, we say mass job must play. Well, job playing. Yeah, job playing. All right.
All right, thank you. Somebody on Facebook says, leave it that way. No lockdown. We just have to be careful and wise and have understanding. Sanitize and keep social distance always. Be focused, my Grenadians. Be focused. Good morning, caller.
Awesome.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm good. How you do?
Good, you know.
All right, go ahead.
Everything okay?
Yeah, man, I can't complain.
Good.
All right.
Oh, I don't know. I mean, I don't know much, right? But I just want to put in a little 2 pence. Okay, yes, I'm vaccine. A million and one time, yes, we must vaccine. We must wear our mask. We must hand sanitize. We must, wear our mask and everything else. Obey all the protocols. Yes, a million and one time, yes. I for it, right? 101% for it. But tell me something. But I think the emphasis should be on boosting our immune system. And tell me if I'm wrong here. Because if we have a strong immune system, then we won't have no problem with all these diseases. That plaguing us from time to time. No. So I personally think, the emphasis, yes, I mean, the vaccine is I mean, yes. But the emphasis should be on boosting that immune system, boosting it, making it strong. So that any like all the chikungunya, the Zika, the AIDS, the Spanish influenza, whatever it is, right? Because all these things does attack the immune system, right? So I think the emphasis, I mean, from time to time, the emphasis should be boosting that immune system, making it strong, making it healthy, so any disease, any thing that come along, I mean, is able to fight it off than places emphasis on vaccine. I hope that I hope that I'm not that wrong this morning. Thank you.
Thank you very much, caller. Let me read 2 comments and then we're going to go to the break. Somebody on Facebook says, lockdown is a sensible thing to do. People are positive and moving all over the place. People are going to care for COVID patients, then going to work. A 1-week lockdown to contact trace may be necessary, but I guess it's money over life and health. WhatsApp. Somebody on WhatsApp says, hold on, I have to scroll down a lot of WhatsApp. Somebody on WhatsApp simply says, no lockdown. Let's take a break. It's now 16 minutes on to 8 o'clock. Let's take a break and then we're going to come back inside with Talk the Tingz Tuesday. We're in a Coconia situation with COVID-19. We'll talk the Tingz after the break.
Free loans for your every need. Cards have you covered, best believe. Cards ready, cash is for everyone. Not to worry, fast approval. Hurry up and come. We got it all, we on the go. Cards ready, cash you already know. We got it all, we on the go. Cards ready, cash always ready. When you're ready, let's go.
Cards ready, cash ready when you are.
Get Rubigas. Get cooking. Rubigas, clean, safe, and reliable LPG is the perfect solution for your commercial and everyday needs. For cooking at home or barbecuing, choose Rubigas LPG cylinders. Available in a variety of sizes from 20 to 100 pound cylinders. Rubigas LPG, clean, safe, reliable. Are you cooking with Rubigas?
Get Rubis, get going.
CPL T20 is back. Catch all the smashing action from St. Kitts and Nevis, August 26th to September 15
on GBN.
It's how you play.
Coughs and sneezes spread diseases, so cover coughs and sneezes, please. Not with a rag or bandana. They trap germs. When you use the rag again, you put germs on your hands and everything else you touch. When you cough or sneeze, cover your mouth and nose with tissue. Throw the tissue in a bin and wash your hands afterwards. If you don't have a tissue, cough into your sleeve or elbow. Alcohol-based hand sanitizers are also effective in cleaning hands.
Welcome back to Good Morning Grenada. 13 minutes onto the hour of 8 o'clock. Let's get back into Talk the Tingz Tuesday. This morning we are talking as Grenada current COVID-19 situation continues to unfold. Let's see what our options can be. Should we have a national lockdown for, let's say, 2 weeks? Should we leave everything as is and let people continue to get vaccinated as they see fit? Or should we extend curfew hours, bring it a little bit earlier, let's say 6, 7, 8 p.m. compared to the current 9 p.m. that it is? Let's talk the things. Landline number 435-2041. WhatsApp number is also 435-2041. Please, only written messages on WhatsApp, and you can continue to talk the things on Facebook. Good morning, caller.
Good morning.
Good morning. How you do?
I'm fine.
All right, go ahead.
Okay.
Yes, go ahead.
Huh?
Go ahead.
Go ahead and speak?
Yes, go ahead.
Okay, we say that we need a national lockdown. I'm not doubting that. We also say that we need to wear the mask and take all the necessary precaution. That is good. But nobody's saying that we need a day of prayer and fast. It seems like we're waiting to see people fall along like flies, and when we can't help ourselves and we see people dying, then we go say, let us pray. Let me tell you something, or let me tell us something. This thing is serious. We see in the Bible, a lot of people don't believe in the Bible, but if we follow the Bible, we're going to have a better country, we're going to have better people. Look through the Bible. When Israel was in trouble, in Esther time, Mordecai called Esther. He told Esther, he said, Esther, look, they want to kill the Jews. Esther said, let's call a prayer and fast. She rallied around all the Jews, her concubines. They pray and fasted. And she said, I'll go before the king, that perish shall perish. And we see how God walk on the Jews' behalf. It seems like we're trying all kind of things and it's not working. We think the vaccine will save us? Joke making. We think protocol will save us? Joke making. Only God that will save us. And unless our people acknowledge God, we're going to continue to go down the hill. The Bible says, if my people, which are called by my name, shall humble themselves and pray and seek my face and turn from the wicked ways, then will I hear from heaven. I will forgive the sins and I will heal the land. Our nation, our people need healing. COVID is here, it is real, but only God will help us. Unless we as a nation start to call upon God, we're looking to the Prime Minister and health officials for help. They have the part to play. But we forget God and we're looking to man. Nation of Grenada, let us turn back to God. Okay. Let us look to the Lord. Let us look unto the hills from whence cometh our help. Our help comes from God, not from just a health system, not from all those guys who come in and right now the nation, people confused. We need to call on God.
Okay.
This is my advice to the nation. God bless you all in Jesus' name.
Amen. Thank you very much, caller. All right, let me go to some comments on Facebook. Somebody says, I hope the man who said, who can't hear go feel, are praying that he doesn't get corona, because if he gets it, I hope he could withstand it and not be one of them to die. Another Facebooker says, lockdown for 2 weeks is necessary. Somebody else on Facebook says, let the government do their thing. They have the figures and they know how serious it is. Another Facebooker, no lockdown. I suffered too much under the first one. WhatsApp. Somebody on WhatsApp says, Grenadians head are had. We are told to wear face masks. I see the Bushin people taking place this morning and they cluster together and not wearing masks. Another WhatsApper says a 2-week lockdown is a good idea. I think a national lockdown should be considered at this point in order to allow less mingling of asymptomatic people who may be moving around thinking they are fine. The over 100 cases at once is indeed alarming. Nevertheless, citizens still need to remember to observe the necessary protocols. Still on WhatsApp, Grenadians like to be treated like animals. I work in a supermarket. Simple to sign and to put on a mask, right? They do not want to do it. The bus drivers and conductors not putting on masks. They only want more money. Still on WhatsApp, before I go back by the landline, somebody says, is there a possibility that cases of the common flu are being diagnosed as COVID-19? If you're self-diagnosing, yes, it's a possibility that you can, but for the official tests, there are specific sequencing that determines if it's the flu or if it's COVID-19 and which variant of the COVID-19. So once the official tests are being conducted, it will determine if it's the flu or if it's COVID-19. Good morning, caller.
Morning, Blossom. How are you today?
I'm good. How you do?
All right for now.
Okay.
Well, with the gentleman that spoke about the Bible, I think I want to support him in that because I think I see the Bible as the world manual. Just as we have manual to operate, people might look at it, buy a phone, they read the manual. They buy a car, they read the manual. The Bible is a world manual, so if we read it, we'll know how to operate our system. Then, secondly, is when the first set of COVID came in, they give us a lot of guidelines, and a lot of us not using those up to now like we didn't learn. Even you go to the supermarket or some other place, the 6 feet lines are not there anymore. People are not wearing their masks as usual. We're not obeying no authorities. And we all are in the same boat. So if the boat rock, we all going to feel the rock. If it go down, we all go down. Some will save and some will not save. But we have to obey protocol. So sign in. Some people, even though you don't sign out fully where you live, all these things, sometimes just your phone number, that they say that is for contact tracing. Let's try to get things right. These simple protocols was in place for long, so we're not supposed to be going over these things now. These things are supposed to be continued until this over. And then what happened now? We had the COVID, and now they say they have a more dangerous strain. You look at all what happening. Look at Grenada. If it gets so serious, where are we going to get oxygen? Big places, Jamaica, oxygen finishing. We look at in what was going on in Venezuela and all these places with oxygen. Poor Grenadians, sometimes look, if you call and say, look, I need a driver for so-and-so because somebody have COVID, people will start to get scared. So we're in a serious position, but we don't want to obey and follow rules.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Let me read some more comments. Somebody says, it is sad and hurting to see lots of people who live private lives getting infected with COVID. If it was only those breaking the law that got it, it was okay. But everyone is being affected, so it's in. Please control it. It's out of control. Do what's necessary to control it. Somebody else on Facebook says, with suffering first one, we cannot take any more lockdowns. All right, let me go on WhatsApp. Somebody says, right now it's community spread, so 2 weeks lockdown. Stay inside for 2 weeks. Still on WhatsApp, a 2-week lockdown would do the trick. Are we going to wait for more deaths before we do the uncomfortable task? Cream, leave me alone, please. In the midst of talking about COVID, I'm going to tell Jana, good morning. Leave me alone. Still on WhatsApp, somebody says we need an earlier lockdown and a national day of repentative prayer and fasting. Keeping an eye on the time. I don't think I have more time for calls, so I'm just going to stick to the social media. Somebody else on Facebook says, people, please take the necessary steps to protect yourself and your family and friends. This is not a joke. Still on Facebook, 2 deaths due to COVID, but yet some people talking garbage about vaccine. Another vaccine. Another Facebooker. Partial lockdown is good, not if the 2 days quarantine is still in place. The visitors are still coming in. The 2 days needs to be extended, else they're playing Russian roulette with the people. And let me see, 2 more comments on WhatsApp. Somebody says 2-week lockdown will be better so that the cases can go down, because if you leave it open, we will be having more cases. And this WhatsApper says 2 weeks lockdown. The COVID is already ahead of us. In any case, with so many closed, we are already in an unofficial lockdown. To stop the spread, we need to stop the movement. Thank you for participating in Talk the Tingz Tuesday. I brought it up this week because I think it's imperative we have this discussion today. Post-cabinet briefing will be facilitated by Dr. Taisha Charles. I'm not sure if there will be another health official, considering the death recorded yesterday, as well as triple-figure cases, new cases recorded yesterday as well. Post-cabinet briefing will be at 10 a.m. And in the meantime, we are getting ready for the BBC's 8 a.m. newscast. Continue to stay safe. Those of you in public buses, transportations, please wear your masks. Drivers and conductors, enforce the rules. The buses, because we are still cramming our people in the buses, that could become a place for super spreader. So please observe the protocols. Even if you're the only one sanitizing and wearing your mask, be the Lone Ranger, because it can save your life and save your health and those of your loved ones. Please be safe. Enjoy the rest of your day. Let's now join the BBC for its 8 a.m. newscast. Bye-bye.
I want to make it. I must make it.